Hi.
Hi.
We usually have someone.
We usually have someone
things.
here doing the intro, so we have a clear absence of a tiny person here. But we do have a special guest in the way of Mystery Man.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. And tonight, it is Canes versus Churches.
Yeah.
We have had
Yeah.
neither.
So this is like a first impressions of both.
For
Yep.
all of us.
I know it's hard to believe, but there's a lot of stuff we haven't tried here, actually.
Mac and cheese. This is the jalapeno things. Sandwich.
Thank you very much.
Sandwich. So you're gonna unpack the Raisin Canes. We've
Those
got
guys.
Churches tendies,
Ooh.
which look really good,
The-
and crinkle cut fries. Oh, and a biscuit
The
too.
biscuit almost looks like Red Lobster, but without the like.
It is
stuff.
very glistening. And then we've got the Raisin Canes. What is this called? The Caniac.
Yep.
This is their tender meal. They also have crinkle cut fries. And-
their famous sauce, like the fastest toast.
We got a whole bunch of their sauce,
Mm.
which I'm very excited
It's
about.
very good. It's like a Thousand Island, but better.
And I also got Church's white gravy for their tenders. So
Gravy.
we're going to compare and contrast the two and see what we think. This is the Church's sandwich. Actually, oh, you cut. Okay, so this is the Church's sandwich. Oh, it's got pickles in it, so we'll have to take the pickles out for you.
Did you cut that horribly incorrectly?
Well,
This
not
is
incorrectly.
this is a hot
Was
mess
there
of
a
a
choice to
video.
make?
Clearly,
Oh.
we need Piper here to make this a good one, but there's no lettuce, but there's sauce, and there are pickles. So
Well,
we'll have to
there-
get the pickles out of here.
Okay, there's lettuce and sauce on this one. So
Okay, great.
Nice.
The things.
And these are the little jalapeno things.
I would be interested in trying maybe one bite of the king sandwich.
And there's mac and cheese.
Crinkle fries?
A lot of
Yeah.
things. I love crinkle cut fries.
Oh, you already got one of those?
No.
Oh, there's a hair in my fries.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna compare.
I love crinkle cut fries, like from Culver's.
Yeah, you'd love their fries. They were pretty good.
Would you like me to get some seasoning for the fries? They look
They're,
right there.
they're salted, which is usually.
I want
the
to try
seasoning I
one
like on my
of
fries.
each. So this is a. Oh wow, this is cold.
Wait. Oh,
Churches.
they're both crinkle fries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Okay. Oh, churches. Good.
Can we
And-
dig
They're
in?
cold, though,
Uh-huh.
right?
Can we furiously dig into this food? That would make me very happy right now since
Okay.
I've not eaten anything all day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Will be safe for kids, however, some of them are a bit weird.
Mm.
Potentially
Ooh.
questions.
Church's mac and cheese is really good.
Did you get mac and cheese? Does Raisin Canes have mac and cheese or no?
I don't think so.
My sauce is so good.
Oh, and they both have full sauce, so I'll get to compare them. All right, so wait. No, they don't have. This is your
That's just two
coleslaw.
cans full stuff. I mean, you can compare the taste.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see what you have to say about them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Mm.
Just dip everything in this sauce and it will just make your life happy.
Yeah,
It's possible that anything would seem really good to me right now because I'm so hungry.
Me too.
we do.
Okay. So what's next? Sandwiches?
Sure. Actually, no, I'm gonna try a tender first. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
tender.
Comparing the two tenders?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So this is Church's, and they have the white gravy, which I'm very excited about.
We're going gravy to gravy?
Well, gravy to sauce. So
Yeah.
you want to open up one of their sauces, one of Raisin Cane sauces.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh
try.
my gosh. Raisin canes is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Very
do.
juicy.
Hang on. I'm gonna do chicken to chicken and then chicken sauce. Chicken sauce.
Okay. Mmm.
Because the sauce can drastically change the flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
does.
kind of about the sauce.
It's a very strong sauce, but a very good sauce.
Okay, so this is Church's.
Church's. Yum. Very
May I
good.
try the church's tender?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you kindly. That is fine.
And you like biscuits, so here's
I do.
biscuit.
You know about the biscuit?
No. Oh, that's honey on top.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
this whole meal makes me very excited.
It's quite tasty.
Are you chopping it?
To get all the crumbs off so it doesn't get all over myself.
Gotcha.
Go over myself.
Huh?
Everyone's chicken go over here.
Oh, Church's is a definite winner.
In
Really?
regards to the chicken,
Yes.
but not in regards to the sauce.
I haven't done the sauce yet, so maybe the sauce will change.
The sauce is a game changer. We're just trying the sauce for the first time.
Okay.
It's so good.
So now I'm going Church's with their gravy.
Their
which-
gravy's really good.
What?
So it's double dipping cool. Just wanted to make
No.
sure. But are you
Don't
doing
be
that
gross.
right now?
I'm dipping the other end.
Gotcha, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Like a responsible
Double
person.
dipping. Cool.
It's just chicken.
Why don't you calm down?
It is
Get
chicken.
yourself together and regain polite
The
society.
Raisin Cane sauce is really, really good. You
Yeah.
were right.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a
Okay, gravy. Mm-hmm.
ketchup meets ranch? I don't know.
That's
I know
good.
that this meets happiness.
Nice.
I don't know that radically transformed it, the gravy.
Mm.
The gravy is just like normal gravy.
Okay, so now I'm going Raisin Canes with their sauce.
And I'm going to watch your face as it lights up drastically.
You
Really
think?
good.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
that's a really good sauce.
Mhm.
So, Church's is better chicken.
Yeah.
Raisin Canes is a better sauce vessel.
So this is a Church's piece of chicken with a hair also.
Harry.
All right. And then this is Raisin Canes. So not a huge difference. I don't think. Do you see a huge difference between the two?
They don't look that different. You just see more pepper seasoning in the Church's.
Yeah. And this is one of Church's jalapeno cheddar bites.
Jalapeno cheddar.
I'm excited to try one of those as
It's
well.
basically a jalapeno popper. Woo!
Is that something?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not sure that I want to try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Now I'm kind of scared. Stop tapping everything. On
Mm. Wow.
I don't want crumbs everywhere. That's what you do.
That is spicy. Wow. Wow.
See
wow.
how I
Wow.
react to this.
Wow. Wow.
Ready
Wow.
for this? Engage my reaction. See.
I'm not good with spice, and this does not seem very spicy to me personally.
Woo! 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 So this is Church's.
Yep.
Which one has pickles? Which? Okay, so you took pickles off
Well, now.
your side. Do you want to try a bite of my half?
I have a Church's one.
Oh, okay.
I would have tried the
Sandwich?
canes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the canes that we didn't get them.
Oh,
Ready?
Just
So
gotta
this
do
is
that.
Church's chicken sandwich.
okay.
Wait. Or not. Let's try this.
Mmm.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely more flavor there.
I can't quite taste
Then
all of it. I
tenders.
saw some lingering heat from the jalapeno popper.
Mm-hmm. The
I
bun.
thought Canes was like all about their. Well, it says right on it, chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. This sandwich is much better than those chicken fingers. It's much.
It's a Church's sandwich though.
Yeah, that's Church's.
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't gotten that recently yet.
so just
So the
forget everything that I just said.
it stands true that the chicken is better than
Church's,
Cane's chicken.
you've done a great job of making a sandwich. Okay, so this is the sandwich I thought I was eating. The
Canes.
All right, which doesn't have pickles. It's just lettuce and whatever their sauce.
This
Which
is
is
the
already a
circle,
plus in
clearly.
your book, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not a pickle guy, but that sauce is.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming it's the same sauce.
What is happening? Oh, are these? Oh, these are
'cause they're
tenders.
They're tenders in sandwich form.
That's very interesting.
Okay.
So it's
it's
like, do I like
basically-
what I ate already?
I was going to
Lettuce and
say
bread.
exactly.
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, the bun can make all the difference. So let's.
like with the Church's sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Like it? Oh, good, thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Saucy.
It is good, yeah.
Interesting.
That is good.
Church is better.
Church's is better. Church's for the
I like the
W.
inclusion of the lettuce.
Mhm.
I like the little extra added crunch.
Mm-hmm.
You found that lettuce crunchy?
I had just one bite of crunch.
Oh, okay.
One bite of crunch.
This one is not very crunchy.
One bite of crunch, presumably from the stem of the lettuce. I'm dipping this honey biscuit in the. I'm dipping everything in the cane sauce.
So far, Church's chicken has won head to head with just the chicken of Raising Cane's, which is still delicious, but Church's is a little bit better, or a lot better in your opinion. Okay. And the Church's sandwich is really, really good.
The Raising Cane's chicken is so dependent on that sauce. That makes me
Which
kind
is
of wonder.
outstanding.
It makes me kind of wonder why they don't just like make it with the seasonings from that sauce right in the chicken.
Would you rather own and have complete control over the Terminator T-1000, Cyclone number 6 from Battlestar Galactica? I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Data from Star Trek? I don't know what that is
Data.
either. Data? Same word. Or R2-D2 and C-3PO from Star Wars. I know that I think I would choose the Terminator easily because it's the most powerful out of all those. I can't really foresee
Yeah, but
R2-D2 and
it's just
C-3PO.
for this purpose of killing. At
Yeah.
that point, R2-D2 and C-3PO are just great because they're just like buddies sitting around.
I guess, yeah.
Like they could be in this video with us right now.
I don't know
It's-
Cyclone number 6 or
R2-D2
Data.
would go, and then C-3PO would go, oh, he has such a good. And he would say something.
That'd be a great
Ready.
inclusion.
Yeah, see, and it would add to it. But the T-1000 would just be like sitting there.
Be like, oh, whatever Arnie said.
No, it's not. That's not
That's
Arnie.
not Arnie?
No,
Is that the liquid
that was the
one?
liquid guy. That,
Oh, that's even more impressive.
yeah.
That guy can turn into whoever you
You
want.
seen John Connor?
You just have him turn into someone
You
that
could
want to talk to.
turn into like supermodels and stuff. Not that anyone would ever enjoy that.
Next question.
Let's just go with the Battlestar Galactica thing.
Would you rather have the body of the opposite gender or the body of an animal of your choice for one day?
For one day,
For one day. So you could choose to be like a lion, or you could choose to be a
not a
woman.
kid-friendly video.
How?
Is my answer.
Well, okay, so you're making it that way.
I'd want the body of a man for a day. That'd be neat.
I would be.
It's pretty convenient.
I would choose.
There's just so much more high maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it depends on what day. Yes, there's definitely a day I would not want a female body.
I think I would choose an animal, and that animal would be a bird. I think it'd be sick to be able to fly. It would be
Bird.
sick to be able to fly, right? It's only for a day.
Okay, like a peregrine falcon?
Or yeah, just
That would be
fly
badass.
birds that fly. Pigeon.
Birds of flight.
Pigeon?
Yeah, if I have
He just
my
wants to be able
human
to
intelligence,
fly.
I just want to be able to fly.
Yeah.
But peregrine falcon? That's the fastest mammal in the
I
world.
guess.
That's the fastest creature in the world.
Don't have to like hunt and stuff. Pigeons, you could just eat crumbs.
What is it, like 200 miles an hour?
You're not asking me, are you?
Okay, so you said man. Dad, what did you say?
You want to be a woman.
And I said, so my mom wants to be a man, my dad wants to be a woman, I want to be a bird.
Why do you want to be a man for a day?
Because I'd love to be like super strong, because I'm not very strong.
I'm very
And I feel
strong.
like if I could wake up one day and be like super, super strong, that would be really cool.
Then you could come beat
It's
me
so
up.
easy to open
And-
this jar.
And I open jars just fine, thank you very much. And just, you know, to be able to pee like a guy, that'd be nice, not having to sit down on a toilet.
Alright, next question. Would you rather have $10 million now or have $100 million after 20 years?
$10 million now.
That's what I'm saying, $10 million now.
Like,
'Cause I feel like
it's not even a...
I could turn 10 million into much more than 100 million
Right.
over the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like real estate.
Well, regardless, like, 20 years you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay,
gonna
well, I
be
guess
it's gonna
for
be
me-
so amazing for
When
me to
I'm
be in my
dead.
mid-60s with all that money versus
True.
Okay.
my mid-40s
I guess for me it's a little different.
Very true.
with all that money. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
would
you
you
have
say
your
20 million?
entire-
How much?
Hmm?
10 million?
Yeah, 10 million
Yeah.
now or 100
No, that's
million in 20
plenty.
years.
Yeah.
10 million is plenty.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, even if I
that,
didn't,
10 million is enough to satisfy all. Like, maybe I just don't think that big. It's enough to satisfy all my wildest dreams. Like,
I would just invest in real estate just like so my future generations could have the money as well.
Mm-hmm.
Go from being rich to being wealthy.
Mhm.
Shaq talks about that. Shaquille O'Neal,
Mm-hmm.
personal hero.
That's great for Shaq. I'd buy dune buggies.
Would you rather give up on using private transport forever, like your own car, you'd have to go on the city bus and stuff, or give up using phones forever?
Phones.
Really? Like all
100%.
phones? All
All of
phones.
them. All of them. I don't like any of them.
That is very old mentality.
Whatever. Like I've been on my phone going, oh, this is a blast.
No, like
In my car, I've been like, yes, this is an absolute
to
blast.
communicate with people, like anybody, you can't use any phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't call people, you have to email everyone.
Oh, it's use the internet.
What?
I
Just
think
use the
you said
internet. I'll
use
just
the internet.
use Skype. That's not a phone.
Yeah, but you can't use that on a phone. You have to buy
No,
like a tablet.
go to my
or something.
computer.
No, I want to keep my phone.
Yeah, I feel like everything that a phone does could be done with like a tablet or something with enough modification.
Yeah.
It's not specified.
I'll modify the tablet and put it in my car.
Yeah, that's not a
I'll
really
be
good question.
on my
Yeah.
tablet in my car while y'all are on the bus.
Alright, next thing.
And I whip past you and y'all.
I don't know what this question means, so I'm moving on. Okay.
It doesn't matter because I wouldn't be looking in your direction.
This
I
next
never look inside the buses. I drive around really fast.
Would you rather drive a gas/diesel or electric vehicle?
So why are you asking them questions?
Because I just want to propose it to Dad and have him laugh at how silly it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, electric vehicle people. I don't know. Maybe I'm a dinosaur, but I just can't get my head around. I don't know. There's just internal combustion is just so tactile and it just
Alright,
appeals
moving on
to
the
so
next
many
question.
senses.
You did this.
Would you rather have any superpower you want at any given moment, but with a 50-50 chance that it misfires and activates a random superpower, or have any superpower you want all the time, but it's only useless and or mediocre versions of them? So like if you want to blow something up, it would end up being like one of those sparklers that you, not sparklers, those poppets that you throw on
poppets,
the
yeah.
ground or something. Or you could have like, I want to blow this up, but it could randomly like turn you into a snake or something for a little bit.
I would take that chance. I'd go with the
I'd probably do that too.
I'd go with the power of
All or
like,
nothing,
choosing.
But I would just be careful because like if you're like, oh, I want to use telekinesis to bring the remote to me and then you blow up your entire house.
Right.
That's not very good.
I would take the
It's a
chance.
bit weird. You take that chance?
No, I would take the chance for the superpower of my choice.
I do not want to get up to change
What would
channel.
yours be? What would be the superpower that you would choose? Okay, that
The
happened.
ability to manipulate probability. Because I've seen this, someone's talking about this. I could just be like, oh, what's the probability that I can fly right now? 100%. And then you have the biggest superpower you want. If you have the ability to manipulate to manipulate the probability of anything.
If that was the superpower that you got first,
Yeah.
that would be great for
For what?
that one superpower that you got first.
What do you mean?
You said, do you have to have that as a superpower to
No.
start?
If
saying-
if I could choose any superpower, I would
Oh, you
choose,
choose it.
Yeah.
I would choose.
I missed that part, sorry.
She was asking if I could have any superpower. What
What would it be? Yeah.
I'm saying the ability to choose the probability of any given thing. So I could be like, what's the probability that I have a Tesla Model S in front of me? 100%. Boom, Tesla Model S appears.
What would yours be?
I'm trying to think about what superpowers would really excite me.
Turn into a
Not that
car.
much. I guess being really strong would be fun for like a day.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a would you rather question. It's not on here,
Sorry.
but it's one that I
People who are
heard.
really
Actually,
strong.
first, what would your superpower be? I didn't ask.
Teleportation.
Really?
Teleportation?
I think
That
mine's
way I could
way
like
better.
travel. I could like just show up anywhere I want to at any given moment. That'd be great.
Yeah, by yourself.
Well,
That would
Wait,
be great.
can you like touch people and make them teleport with you?
No.
So like one of those things?
like the X-Men person?
Yeah, what's
No,
it,
I would just go
Nightcrawler?
by
Like, I think I probably
Nope,
do that,
I would
yeah.
just go by myself. That'd be great.
Okay, so excellent
She could escape
superpower.
this place forever.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Traffic sucks. Now I'm in Tokyo.
Would you rather have telekinesis, like the ability to move stuff with your mind, but it's only half of your physical strength? Or would you rather not be able to move things with your mind, but things are twice as easy for you to lift? So basically, would you rather double your physical strength, or would you rather be able to move things from a distance with half of your physical strength?
I would go with the second.
Yeah.
I'll go with the
What would
second.
you do with the other one?
Yeah, right? Like
Um,
with that double strength.
Pick up a toothbrush. I don't know.
I can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. It's kind of
that.
like
I've never been like, if only I didn't have to use my hands.
I would definitely choose.
I regret.
I
I would
regret
definitely-
so many of my life choices right now.
All right, rewind a little bit. I would definitely choose doubling my own physical strength.
Why?
I was about to say that. Thank you
Okay.
very much for the question.
You're welcome. That's the segue.
Because you could also make a living off of it. Being like a strong man, you could easily break all the records if you just trained like 3/4 as hard as they did.
I guess. But I just think like in everyday life, it wouldn't really serve
I don't
a
know that.
purpose.
Yeah, I don't think it would serve that much of a purpose for you. If you were twice as strong as you were, then you'd almost be as strong as me. So I don't think that would be like that advantageous for you. Because right now, it's like, I mean, it's advantageous for me. It's not that great.
Yeah. I think you're just scared that if I were to choose it, then I would absolutely become Superman. Be able to leap tall buildings from a
You
single
probably
line.
would. If
And
you
like-
had the strength of me, you would be.
If I had the ability to brush teeth that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Would you rather get $3 million, be homeless for 2 years, and only be allowed to buy things from the Dollar Tree for 2 years? I don't know if it's the first 2 years are homeless and the second two, then the next 2 years are only Dollar Tree if they coincide. And then go back to living normally. Then you get the $3 million after you do that.
Okay.
Or would you rather just live life like normal?
I'd rather live life normally. I wouldn't survive being homeless for 2 years. I wouldn't.
I feel like
$3 million? Yeah, no. I mean, that sounds really. But I mean,
You'd be homeless for 2 years for $3 million?
No, you're saying you
no, I'm
wouldn't.
saying I wouldn't like homeless and then not being able to purchase anything I really care for 2 years after that.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely do that.
You'd be homeless for 2 years?
It depends on.
We can arrange that.
It depends on like what level of help you can get from people. Because I'm homeless,
You're just gonna.
but I still like my family. Y'all could just come and like drop me off some food.
Oh.
And I could be the.
I
So as
see.
long as we still take care of him, he's good with this arrangement.
I'm getting $3 million, and I'm living homeless so that.
But
we
what
can
do
have
we
$3
get
million.
out of that deal?
Yeah, here's the
$3
thing.
million.
So you get $3 million.
I'm-
when you get the money, you'll be like, peace
And I'll
out.
kindly buy you guys an air fryer.
Oh,
No, we
thank you.
get
already
we
have
get
one.
2 million of the 3. Sign on the dotted line, or we don't get anything for the next couple of years.
Then I guess no
Homeless
one's
boy.
getting. I guess no one's getting $3 million.
No, but in all seriousness, I could not be homeless for 2 years now.
Would you rather re-roll all of your stats, like intelligence, charm, like physical ability, like Dungeons and Dragons, every time you wake up, or stay the same way you are now every day?
I'll stay the same.
Yeah.
I'm pleased
I
with
got no
myself.
complaints
I
there.
don't know, because I feel like if you re-roll your stats every day, then one day you could wake up and be like a super genius and like invest in life changing, and then next day you could wake up and not know how to put your socks on.
Yeah, but if it fundamentally changed the life I'm living, I wouldn't want no
Why
part
would
of
I want to
that.
re-roll when I already got top of the chart?
Yeah. No, I mean
Don't
for me.
encourage him.
No, I mean for me, like there, and this is not me planting flowers in my own garden, which is an old people term for giving myself compliments.
Tune your own mind.
I mean,
There isn't anything that I would want to change enough that I would risk.
getting rid of all the things that you enjoy about yourself.
Well, that and potentially disrupting the life that I have.
Yeah, I like that.
So, what about you? Would you?
I don't know.
You would want to be different every day?
I don't know.
Like, how could you maintain any kind of normal life if every day you're different? The
I don't
people
think-
around you would never really know who you're going to be that day and what you're going to be like.
You wouldn't really maintain it. I mean, you can still be yourself, but like one day you wake up, you're like super strong, you have super strength, you can be like a superhero for that day.
Right.
And the next day you wake up, you're super smart, you become like a trillionaire based off some like huge product. I don't know.
But that's what I mean. Like, the
I mean, it
people in your
depends.
life would never know what they're signing up to that
It
day.
depends on if the stats bottom out at a specific point and if they top out at a specific point. Because if it's like the bottom of intelligence is like I'm drooling, unable to control my limbs, then I wouldn't want that. But if
Right.
the bottom of intelligence is like below average, so you're like kind of dumb, then like I think that'd be fine.
Yeah. No, I would be me. There's nothing I would change, really.
Cool.
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 Would you rather questions?
Yeah.
Would you rather buy an island or buy a star?
Oh.
An island, for sure.
That's kind of a dumb question.
That is
You
kind of
can't
dumb
live on the star.
question.
Right.
Unless it's a suggestion that you can live on the star, which would be sick.
But there's not enough information, so.
What would you
Island.
do on a star
Chill.
with your eyes closed?
Right.
Would you rather pursue your dream job or work a job you hate for 4 times the pay?
Work a job I hate for 4 times the pay.
Yeah, I'd probably choose that as well.
Yeah.
If it means I could sock away more money for my family, I would much rather do that.
Probably that, Joe. Would you rather be an 80s slasher or a 90s action movie hero? And this is what I mean specifically. The first one, 80s slasher, teleport anywhere in a 10-meter radius when something big is in front of you. Like being able to teleport, because the 80s slashers can always teleport. You know what I'm saying?
No, they can't.
Well, they basically do.
No, they don't. 80s
Just read the
slashers like Freddy and Jason Voorhees.
And then the second one, 90s action star, heal any wound by wrapping your clothes around it.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Or the teleportation in the 10-meter radius, because that's basically what the business is.
So my options are be a hero
Or be
in the
a
90s or be a
No, you don't have to
teleporting
murder. You don't have
murderer.
to commit murder. It's just like that's the powers of that stereotype.
I would want to be 90s superhero. And you?
I could be Neo.
What would you choose?
Oh, teleportation is kind of cool. That's why I thought you were going to go for teleportation. You're talking about would you like it?
Yeah, but I kind of feel like if I went with the 80s slasher, that there's some implicit requirement to
Murder.
kill people.
It
Yeah.
doesn't say that in the slightest.
Okay.
It says slasher.
Yeah.
That's
they're
definitely
killers.
more than the slightest.
I think it's would you rather be in an 80s slasher or in a 90s action movie?
Okay, so my answer is the same. I'd rather be in a 90s action movie for sure. What about you?
I don't know. They're both pretty cool powers. Probably heal anything. But then if you have like internal business, you can't really wrap clothes around it.
Yeah, you can. Wrap
Around your
clothes
waist.
around.
Then I'm wearing clothes all the time, so I'm basically fine.
Yep. Pretty much an action movie.
Final question.
Which combination of these limbs would you rather have? You possess 2 legs and no arms. You possess 2 arms and no legs. You possess 1 arm and 1 leg of your choice. So you could just choose any combination of 1 leg and 1 arm. A lot of options. Or you possess no limbs, but instead have a cool prehensile tail. Whatever that word means. I can look it up if you would like, if that would change your decision. But I don't think any of us are going to choose no limbs and a tail.
I'm gonna go one
Well, you're
arm.
turning yourself into a snake, effectively, at that point, right? Because
I
you're
think
just
so,
you're
yeah.
just like on a tail, and you're like,
That'd be kind of cool.
hey.
Because
You have to resort to biting when you have no limbs and a tail.
that is how that works.
I'm gonna go 1 arm, 1 leg.
I'll go no legs, 2 arms.
I've seen people function like that.
Yeah, you could do a lot more.
You
There's
could-
wheelchairs and
You could probably break records for pull-ups because you have less weight dangling down there.
Yep.
It'd be much easier to do pull-ups. Squats.
yeah, it'd be
If-
really easy to do squats.
If pull-ups
You're
are
in
really
a constant
that
squat.
important to you.
I don't know. Pull-ups are not that important that I would cut up with my legs. But if I had to choose,
It's not bad.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, please like,
I don't
comment,
remember
subscribe,
what she says.
click the bell so you
And
don't
hit the
miss
bell.
a video.
make sure that like button's blue.
But really though, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please join us next time. I'm Natalie.
I'm dead.
I'm Mystery Man.
We will see you next time.
Have a dang good one.